Hey Capricorn, I just pulled some cards for you, and honestly what came through is absolutely wild. I have been doing readings for years, and sometimes you get these spreads that just feel different, you know? Like the universe is literally tapping you on the shoulder saying, pay attention to this moment because something massive is shifting in your world. So I laid out the cards, and the first thing that jumped out at me was the Six of Wands. This card shows up when someone is about to experience a really significant victory. Now, I know we hear about victories and wins all the time, but this feels different for you, Capricorn. This is not just getting a little promotion or having a good day. This is about public recognition and acknowledgement for all the work you have been putting in, probably for a very long time. The Six of Wands is literally the card of triumph, and what I find really interesting here is the timing. You have been working so hard, maybe feeling like nobody really sees what you are doing, like you are grinding away in the background while other people get the spotlight. But this card is telling me that is about to completely flip. People are going to see you. Your efforts are going to be recognized in a way that might actually surprise you because you have been doing the work without expecting the applause. What I am picking up is that this recognition is coming from multiple directions too. It is not just one person noticing you. It is like a ripple effect. Maybe you do something or complete a project or step into a new role, and suddenly people who never paid attention before are asking who you are and what you have been working on. The energy here feels almost magnetic, like you are going to naturally draw attention without even trying that hard. And for Capricorn, someone who usually prefers to let their work speak for itself, this might feel a bit overwhelming at first, but trust me, you deserve this moment. You have earned it through all those late nights and early mornings and times when you kept going even when you felt exhausted. The interesting thing about the Six of Wands is it also represents leadership. So this is not just about getting a pat on the back. This is about other people starting to look to you as someone who knows what they are doing. You might find yourself in situations where people are asking for your guidance or your opinion on things because they respect your judgment. This could show up in your career, obviously, but it could also be in other areas of your life. Maybe friends start coming to you for advice more often, or family members recognize that you have wisdom they need to hear. The universe is basically putting you in a position where your light cannot be hidden anymore. And honestly, Capricorn, it is about time. Then I pulled the Eight of Swords. And okay, this one made me pause because at first glance this card can feel really restrictive and trapped. But here is what I am seeing for you. The Eight of Swords shows someone who is blindfolded and surrounded by swords, feeling stuck and unable to move forward. The thing is, though, those swords are not actually imprisoning this person. They could walk away if they just took off the blindfold and realized the way out is right there. So what this is telling me is that you have been feeling limited or restricted by something, but the limitation is actually more mental than real. Maybe you have been telling yourself you cannot do something, or that you are not ready yet, or that the timing is not right. Maybe you have been listening to other people's opinions about what you should or should not do, and that has created this cage around you. But Capricorn, here is the thing. Those limitations are about to shatter. The Eight of Swords in this position is actually showing me that you are in the process of removing that blindfold. You are starting to see that the obstacles you thought were solid walls are actually just illusions or beliefs you can step past. I think you are going to have a moment really soon, maybe even within the next few weeks, where something clicks and you suddenly realize you have way more freedom and options than you thought you did. It might come through a conversation with someone or an opportunity that presents itself, or just a quiet moment where you are like, wait, why have I been believing I cannot do this thing? This card is also about breaking free from old patterns of thinking. Capricorn, you are known for being practical and realistic, which is amazing. But sometimes that can turn into being overly cautious or limiting yourself before you even try. The Eight of Swords is saying the universe is giving you permission to think bigger. Those mental chains that have been holding you back are about to break, and when they do, you are going to feel this incredible sense of liberation. You might look back and wonder why you ever let those thoughts control you for so long, but that is just part of the growth process. We all have moments where we realize we were our own biggest obstacle. Next card is the Three of Cups, and oh my goodness, this energy is so beautiful. The Three of Cups is all about celebration, community, friendship, and genuine joy. What I'm picking up here is that you are moving into a phase where your social connections are going to become really important and fulfilling. Maybe you have been feeling a bit isolated lately, or like you have been doing everything alone. Capricorn, you tend to be pretty independent and self-reliant, which is great, but sometimes you can forget that you do not have to carry everything by yourself. The Three of Cups is showing me that there are people around you who genuinely care about you and want to celebrate your wins with you. This could manifest in so many ways. Maybe you are going to reconnect with old friends who you have lost touch with and realize how much you missed having them in your life. Or maybe you are going to meet new people who just get you on a really deep level and you feel like you can finally be yourself around them without pretending or performing. There is this energy of authentic connection here that feels really refreshing. These are not surface-level relationships where everyone is just being polite. These are people who are going to show up for you and vice versa. I am also seeing celebration coming through. Like actual events or gatherings or moments where you are surrounded by people who love you and everyone is genuinely happy. This might be celebrating your achievements that we talked about with the Six of Wands, or it could be something else entirely like a birthday or a reunion or just spontaneous get-togethers that end up being really meaningful. The Three of Cups has this energy of abundance in relationships, and I think you are going to feel really grateful for the people in your life during this time. After maybe feeling like you were on your own for a while, this is going to remind you that you have a support system and a community that has your back. There is also creative collaboration energy here. If you work on projects with other people, or if you have any creative pursuits, this is a great time to join forces with others. The synergy between you and certain people is going to create something really special that none of you could have made alone. So stay open to invitations and opportunities to work with others, even if you normally prefer to do things solo. The Knight of Pentacles came through next, and this card is so Capricorn energy, honestly. The Knight of Pentacles is steady, reliable, hardworking, and methodical. He is not flashy or impulsive. He just keeps moving forward step by step until he reaches his goal. What this is telling me is that all the consistent effort you have been putting in is about to pay off in a tangible way. This is not about overnight success or getting lucky. This is about the rewards that come from dedication and persistence over time. I think you are going to see real progress in something you have been working on for a while. Maybe it is a career goal or a financial target or a personal project, but whatever it is, you are going to notice that you are actually making concrete movement toward it. The Knight of Pentacles moves slowly, but he always gets where he is going, and that is exactly the energy I am feeling for you. You might not see dramatic changes overnight, but if you look at where you are now compared to where you were a few months ago, you are going to realize you have come so far. This card also talks about responsibility and duty. You are someone who takes your commitment seriously, and the Knight of Pentacles is acknowledging that. The universe sees how much you show up even when it is hard, how you keep your promises, how you do the work that needs to be done even when nobody is watching. That integrity is going to come back to you in the form of opportunities and rewards. People are going to trust you with bigger responsibilities because they know you will handle them well. The financial aspect of this card is also significant. Pentacles are all about material resources and the earth element. So I'm picking up that your financial situation is going to improve steadily. This might be through your career, through a side project, through smart investments, or even through unexpected sources, but the key word here is steady improvement. You are building something solid and sustainable, not chasing quick fixes or risky gambles. That practical Capricorn approach is exactly what is going to create lasting security for you. Then we have the Ace of Pentacles, and wow, Capricorn. This is such a powerful card for new beginnings in the material realm. The Ace of Pentacles represents a brand new opportunity related to career, money, health, or anything physical and tangible in your life. When an ace shows up, it is like the universe is handing you a gift and saying, here is a seed, plant this and watch what grows. What I am seeing is that a really exciting opportunity is either already here or coming very, very soon, and it has the potential to completely transform your material circumstances. This could be a new job offer that is way better than what you have now. It could be a business opportunity or a chance to start something of your own. It could be an investment opportunity that is actually legit and not just hype. It could even be something related to property or physical possessions, like finding the perfect place to live or acquiring something you have wanted for a long time. The Ace of Pentacles is incredibly abundant energy, and it is showing me that this new beginning is going to feel like a breath of fresh air. What I love about this card for you is that it is not just about the opportunity itself, but about what it represents. This is a chance for you to build the kind of stable, secure foundation you have always wanted. Capricorn, you are someone who values security and being able to take care of yourself and others. And the Ace of Pentacles is saying that foundation is within your reach now. You just have to recognize the opportunity when it shows up and be willing to take that first step, even if you cannot see the whole staircase yet. The timing on this feels really close, like within the next month or two, you are going to see something present itself that just feels right. You might not even be looking for it, but it is going to find you. And when it does, you are going to know in your gut that this is what you have been waiting for. Trust that instinct. The Ace of Pentacles does not show up randomly. It shows up when you are ready to receive what it is offering. Next, I pulled the Five of Swords, and okay, this one has a different energy. The Five of Swords is about conflict, defeat, and sometimes winning at all costs, even if it means hurting others in the process. Now, before you get worried, let me explain what I'm picking up here. This card is not necessarily saying you are going to be in a major battle, but it is highlighting that there might be some conflict or tension that you need to navigate carefully. What I am seeing is that as you start experiencing these victories and new opportunities we talked about with the other cards, there might be people who are not happy about your success. I know that sounds harsh, but it is reality sometimes. Not everyone is going to celebrate your wins with you. Some people might feel threatened or jealous or competitive. The Five of Swords is warning you to be aware of this energy, but not to let it derail you. There is also a message here about choosing your battles wisely. The person in the Five of Swords technically wins, but at what cost? They end up alone with their swords while others walk away. So this is a reminder that not every conflict is worth engaging in. Sometimes the smartest thing you can do is just let it go and keep moving forward. If someone is trying to drag you into drama or competition or negativity, you do not have to take the bait. You can just focus on your own path and let them do whatever they need to do. I am also picking up that this might relate to a specific situation where you need to stand up for yourself. Maybe someone has been undermining you or taking credit for your work or treating you unfairly. The Five of Swords can represent having the courage to defend yourself and set boundaries even when it is uncomfortable. You do not have to be aggressive or cruel about it, but you do need to be clear about what you will and will not accept. This is part of stepping into that Six of Wands energy we talked about earlier. When you start being recognized and valued, you also have to make sure people are treating you with the respect you deserve. The key with this card is not to let conflicts consume you or make you bitter. Handle what needs to be handled, then move on. Do not waste your energy on people who do not matter or situations that are not worth your time. Keep your eyes on your goals and do not let anyone distract you from the amazing things that are unfolding for you. Then I pulled the High Priestess, and this card absolutely stopped me in my tracks because the energy shift is so pronounced. The High Priestess is one of the most mystical and intuitive cards in the entire deck. She represents inner wisdom, secrets, intuition, and the subconscious mind. What this is telling me is that you have access to so much more wisdom and guidance than you realize. Your intuition is incredibly strong right now, Capricorn, and the universe is encouraging you to trust it more. You might be someone who relies heavily on logic and practical thinking, which makes total sense for your sign, but the High Priestess is saying there is another level of knowing available to you. Those gut feelings you get, those quiet nudges, those moments where you just know something without being able to explain why, that is your intuition speaking, and it is trying to guide you toward what is meant for you. I think you are going to have more and more of these intuitive hits in the coming time, and when you do, please pay attention to them. The High Priestess also represents hidden knowledge and secrets. There might be information coming to light that changes your understanding of a situation, or you might discover something about yourself that you did not fully realize before. This card loves to reveal what has been hidden in the shadows, whether that is external information or internal truths. Be open to having your perspective shifted as new awareness comes in. There is also a really strong spiritual element to the High Priestess. Even if you are not particularly religious or spiritual, this card suggests you are going through a period of deepening your connection to something greater than yourself. Maybe you start meditating or journaling or just spending more time in reflection. Maybe you become more interested in mystical or esoteric topics. Whatever form it takes, you are being called to explore the non-material aspects of life and discover the wisdom that lives beyond the physical world. I am also getting that the High Priestess is encouraging you to be more mysterious and selective about what you share with others. You do not have to tell everyone everything. Some things are meant to be kept private and sacred. There is power in holding certain truths close to your chest and only sharing them with people who have truly earned your trust. This is not about being secretive in a manipulative way, but about honoring your own inner world and protecting your energy. The King of Cups showed up next, and this is such beautiful, mature, emotional energy. The King of Cups is someone who has mastered their emotions. They feel deeply, but they do not get overwhelmed by their feelings. They have compassion for others, but they do not lose themselves in other people's problems. They are emotionally intelligent, wise, and stable. What this tells me is that you are either embodying this energy, yourself or someone with these qualities is about to become really important in your life. If this is about you, then it is saying you have reached a new level of emotional maturity. Maybe you used to struggle with certain feelings, or you had a hard time expressing yourself, or you tended to either shut down emotionally or get swept away by intense emotions. But now you are finding this beautiful balance where you can feel everything without being controlled by it. You can be there for others without sacrificing your own well-being. You can love deeply while still maintaining healthy boundaries. This is huge growth, Capricorn, and it is going to change how you show up in all your relationships. If this is about someone else, then I am seeing a person entering your life who has these King of Cups qualities. This could be a romantic partner, a mentor, a friend, or even a family member. What makes this person special is their emotional wisdom and their ability to hold space for others without judgment. They are going to teach you a lot about the emotional realm and help you access parts of yourself that maybe you have kept locked away. With Capricorn being an earth sign, you are naturally more comfortable with the practical and tangible, so having someone who can guide you through emotional depths in a safe way is incredibly valuable. The King of Cups also represents creative and artistic pursuits. Water is the element of creativity, and this king has channeled that into something meaningful and beautiful. You might find yourself drawn to creative expression in new ways, whether that is through art, music, writing, or any other form. Or maybe you start appreciating beauty and creativity more in your daily life. There is a softness to this energy that is really nourishing, especially if you have been in super intense goal-focused mode for a while. Another aspect of this card is about offering compassion and emotional support to others. You might find yourself in a position where people come to you with their problems because they trust your judgment and they know you will listen without being reactive. This is an honor, but remember to take care of your own emotional needs too. The King of Cups is generous with his emotional energy, but he also knows when to step back and recharge. The Five of Cups came through, and I have to be honest, this card has some sadness attached to it, but stay with me because there is an important message here. The Five of Cups shows someone looking at 3 spilled cups, grieving what has been lost. But behind them are 2 cups still standing that they are not seeing because they are so focused on the loss. What this tells me is that you might be dealing with some disappointment or grief about something that did not work out the way you hoped. Maybe there was a relationship that ended and you are still processing that loss. Maybe there was a job or opportunity that fell through and you feel let down. Maybe you had expectations about how something would go and reality turned out differently. Whatever it is, the Five of Cups is acknowledging that yes, there is real loss here, and it is okay to feel sad about it. You do not have to pretend everything is fine or rush to get over it. Give yourself permission to grieve what could have been. But here is the crucial message from this card. While you are allowed to feel your feelings, you also cannot stay stuck in that grief forever. Those 2 cups behind you represent what is still good in your life, the opportunities that are still available, the people who still love you, the possibilities that still exist. At some point, you are going to need to turn around and see what is still there waiting for you. The Five of Cups is about finding that balance between honoring your loss and not letting it define your entire reality. I am also picking up that this disappointment might actually be a blessing in disguise, even though it does not feel that way right now. Sometimes the universe closes doors because something better is waiting, but you have to be available to receive it. If you stay fixated on what you lost, you might miss what is trying to come in. So feel what you need to feel. Process the disappointment. Then when you are ready, start looking for those cups that are still standing. They are there, Capricorn, I promise. This card can also be about forgiveness, both of others and of yourself. Maybe there are regrets about how things went, or things you wish you had done differently. The Five of Cups invites you to release that and practice self-compassion. You did the best you could with what you knew at the time. Learn from the experience, but do not punish yourself forever for being human. Finally, I pulled the Six of Pentacles, and this is such a positive note to end on. The Six of Pentacles is all about giving and receiving, generosity, charity, and balance in resources. What I am seeing here is that you are moving into a position where you have enough to share with others. This might be financial resources, but it could also be your time, your knowledge, your skills, or your emotional support. You are going to be able to help people in meaningful ways, and that is going to feel really fulfilling. The Six of Pentacles also works in the other direction, though. It is not just about you giving to others, but also about being willing to receive when others want to help you. Capricorn, you are probably pretty good at the giving part because you like to be self-sufficient and take care of people, but receiving might be harder for you. This card is saying that letting others support you is just as important as supporting them. There is a beautiful balance that happens when we allow the flow of energy to go both ways. So if someone offers to help you or give you something, say yes and accept it graciously. You do not always have to be the strong one who has it all together. I am also getting that this card represents fairness and justice in practical matters. Maybe you have been in a situation where things felt unequal or unfair, and the Six of Pentacles is saying that balance is being restored. You are going to get what you deserve based on your efforts and contributions. People are going to start treating you more fairly, whether that is your employer paying you properly, or relationships becoming more balanced, or just generally feeling like you are getting a fair deal in life. The Six of Pentacles can also point to opportunities involving wealth distribution or helping others with resources. Maybe you get involved in charity work or mentoring or teaching. Maybe you find ways to use your success to lift others up. There is something really beautiful about being in a position where you have enough to share, and this card is celebrating that energy. It is a reminder that abundance grows when it is circulated, not when it is hoarded. Okay, Capricorn, let me bring all of this together for you because wow, what a powerful reading. You are standing at the edge of something truly remarkable. The Six of Wands and Ace of Pentacles are showing major victories and brand new opportunities coming your way. After working so hard for so long, you are finally going to receive the recognition and rewards you deserve. People are going to see you and value you in ways that might honestly surprise you. The Eight of Swords tells me that mental limitations you have been carrying are about to shatter. You are going to realize you have so much more freedom and possibility than you thought. Combined with the High Priestess, this suggests you are developing a deeper trust in your intuition and inner wisdom, which is going to guide you toward the right decisions and opportunities. The Three of Cups brings in beautiful community and celebration energy. You are not alone in this journey. There are people who genuinely care about you and want to share in your joy. Let them in and enjoy those connections fully. The King of Cups adds emotional depth and maturity to everything you are experiencing. You are learning to navigate feelings with wisdom and grace. The Knight of Pentacles and Six of Pentacles together create this beautiful message about steady progress and balanced abundance. You are building something solid and sustainable, and Soon you will be in a position to share your success with others while also receiving support when you need it. There is such generous reciprocal energy here. The only cards with challenging energy are the Five of Swords and Five of Cups. These remind you that yes, there might be some conflict or disappointment along the way. Not everyone is going to be happy about your success, and there might be losses to process. But neither of these cards has the power to derail your overall trajectory. Handle conflicts wisely, feel your feelings when things do not go as planned, then keep moving forward toward all the amazing things waiting for you. The overall message is clear, Capricorn. You are entering a phase of recognition, opportunity, emotional growth, and material abundance. This is your moment. The universe is lining things up for you in ways you might not even see yet, but trust me, it is happening. Stay connected to your intuition. Be willing to think bigger than you have before. Nurture your relationships, and keep putting in that steady effort you are so good at. Everything is coming together, and you are about to achieve things that once seemed impossible.